Hi, welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime, live and direct from the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. You know the drill. If you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner, somewhere down there, and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. You don't know how much I appreciate it. I think we'll start out today with some news regarding the University of Michigan football program. The Mick Poggi, the interim coach, spoke to the press this morning, and this was the first time anybody said anything since everything went down last week. 6-7 days ago now? I'm a little bit surprised. Anyway, what he had to say, to paraphrase, was yes, the players were initially shocked, and right now, if you're feeling betrayed, et cetera, you can expect all that as they prepare for the Citrus Bowl on New Year's Eve against Texas in Orlando. Really, should Poggi be the first one to come out publicly and say anything and address the media? You think? Let's look at this. President, what about the interim president of the university? Shouldn't he have come out and said something? Maybe even Ward Manuel, the athletic director, who has no right to be there any more than Jerome Moore does. I think what we've learned now, though, Jerome Moore was dismissed not for what they initially said he was, which was an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, more than what he did after this whole thing was ended, after she put an end to this thing. That's when he went ballistic, and that's when he got fired. Okay. I said before, the school solicited the services of a law firm in Chicago to investigate this whole matter when the rumors became rampant. And apparently, they dispatched a private eye who worked for the law firm to have a discussion with this young lady. And obviously, after the discussion, in fear of losing her job, she went to Ward Manuel and spilled the beans. That's when Manuel fired Moore, and that triggered the whole domino effect, if you will. And anyway, Moore is he's wearing a tether. He's next due in court. He posted $25,000 bond. He's due in court next on January 22nd. Okay. As far as the search goes for a new head coach, I'm not coming out right now and proclaiming him the next head coach. I just think it looks like to me like this is something that's going to happen. And of course, I just lost what I had on here. Is the Washington football coach the next replacement at Michigan? Obviously, again, I had this all prepared and ready to go on here. And sorry about the delay. We get any more on it. Here we go. Jedd Fisch, the head football coach right now at the University of Washington, is a front runner. Let's say it's somewhere between 85 and 90% that he's going to get hired. He will be the next head coach at Michigan. The head coaching position for Michigan is currently, as you said, open. Reports indicate the university is actively searching for a replacement, and Jedd Fisch at Washington is among the coaches they have already contacted. They've already had discussions with him because he's currently the head coach at Washington. He's been there since 2024 after Kalen DeBoer left to go to Alabama. He's 49 years old, is Fisch. When asked about speculation linking him to the Michigan job, Fisch has stated he is focused on his current team at Washington. He previously served as an assistant coach at Michigan earlier in his career. So he's familiar with the system here. There were some other candidates, including DeBoer, Dillingham at Arizona State. They've taken themselves out of the running. Looks like Fisch is the guy right now. I'll be surprised if it's not. Pardon me. So that's where that goes right there. We got so much going on here right now. Let's get our sponsors out of the way. I'm so happy and proud to be able to welcome the Finish Line Family Restaurant to our family of sponsors. Uh, 40 years, 4 decades in our community. It's been a staple in our community, if you will. I can't imagine what we would have done without them. Uh, Tell you about the new expanded hours now. Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. New menu items, Carl's Cajun chicken wrap. I've had all this. It's great. It's really good. The new special kicked up BLT, if you would. The Darcy Burger coming soon. New menu items: homemade spinach and artichoke dip, grilled cheeseburger with the brisket blended burger mix. It's all good. I've had all this. Take it from me, it's all good stuff. It's got everything you want in a restaurant. Award-winning breakfast served all day, down home, comfort food cooking, fast, friendly service, great family atmosphere. It's really the only sit-down restaurant in our area that I could personally recommend to you. Remember, you'll always finish first when you dine at the Finish Line. I promise you that, and I'll see you there. We're also brought to you in part by Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville. And here, I had a script to read here. Here we go. Okay. Chevy's red tank sales are going on right now at Frank Beck Chevrolet. You get 0% financing on the 2026 Equinox, Trailblazer, and 2026 light-duty Silverado pickup trucks. Plus, you don't make your first down payment. You don't make your first payment for 90 days. You want more? How about bonus cash? Bex has up to $3,000 available to qualified buyers on the 2026 Silverado light duty. And as always, you see the dealer for complete details. The offer is good through January 2nd. And of course, Merry Christmas from all the gang at Frank Beck Chevrolet and M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville, and on the web at frankbeckchevy.com. And as always, of course, come and experience the Frank Beck Chevrolet difference. Chevrolet together, let's drive. Chevy Drive, Southern Michigan, and Frank Beck Chevrolet on M99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville is the number one selling Chevrolet dealer in our immediate tri-state area. Pardon me. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance in downtown Jonesville on the corner of M99 and US 12, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams at barrettins.com. As I said, M99 and US 12 in Jonesville, 517-849-1000. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. That's barrettins.com. Okay. College basketball. Michigan had a close call with Penn State on Saturday, but thanks to a couple of key missed free throws, they survived. Okay. They're 9-1 now. They're still ranked 9th in the Associated Press poll. They will next play Toledo tonight, I believe, at the Breslin. Toledo comes in 5-5, I think. Michigan Wolverines are still the number 2 team in all the land, according to the Associated Press, undefeated. And they will next play Sunday, I believe, at 4 o'clock at Chrysler against LaSalle, I believe. Okay. I still think, when Michigan and Michigan State meet on January 30th, Michigan will probably be 20-0, and Michigan State could very well be 20-1. Okay. How fortunate are we to have 2 really great college basketball teams and an NBA team that right now is lights out. Pistons won again last night in Boston, 112-105. They're 21-5 now. I think they've got a 2.5 game lead on the Knicks. They haven't played the Knicks yet this season. They won't until January the 4th. Last night, Noah Eagle, son of Ian, or Ian, if you will, did the game on Peacock, I think. And as the Pistons were dribbling the ball out at the end of the game, Noah Eagle said the Pistons are all the way back. All the way back. What did he exactly mean by that, that they're all the way back? I don't see anybody challenging the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they're going to win another NBA title. It looks like they've got a bit of a dynasty there. Maybe he meant that they would challenge for the Eastern Conference title. A long way to go yet. Trade deadline depends on what Trajan Langdon might think about doing at the trade deadline. Look at this team right now. Would you make any changes? They've got a good bench. They've got a superstar, Kate Cunningham, who literally took over that game last night. Yeah, interesting. So anyway, their next game will be Thursday night in Dallas. The Mavericks just aren't the same without Luka. And then they're back here on Saturday to play the lowly Charlotte Hornets before embarking on a West Coast trip that will see them play 5 games in 8 days between December 22nd and December 30th. Starting Monday night in Portland, they go to Sacramento, Salt Lake City, who they've already played and beaten back here, and then they go to LA to play the Clippers and the Lakers before coming back home. So they'll be on the road for Christmas. But anybody who will be on Christmas break those couple of weeks will be able to stay up late and watch them. So, I don't know. Is it too early to say that they're all the way back? I would hold off on saying that yet. I'd have to see a little bit more, and it's still early yet. Like I said, the Knicks, to me, the New York Knicks might very well be the best team in the East. And as far as the Celtics go, they will be getting a couple of key players back later on in the season, and they'll have them probably for the playoffs. So I'd say pump the brakes on the Pistons yet. Maybe the same thing for the Red Wings. The Red Wings are now, 18-12 at 39 points. They're tied with Tampa for first place in the Atlantic Division. They're back home after a successful 4-1-1 road trip out west. About the Wings, Patrick Kane's going to miss a few games. I'm not exactly sure. It's a lower body injury he suffered the other night in Chicago. Their schedule gets tough. Next couple of weeks is tough. Okay, they're playing the Islanders tonight at home at Little Caesars. The Islanders have already beaten them twice. Then they got the top 3 teams in the what is the name of that the other division in the East? It escapes me right now. Is it the Metropolitan Division? I think it is. The Hurricane and the Capitals. Tough schedule coming up the next couple of weeks. So again, I'd have to pump the brakes on the Red Wings a little bit too, folks. They've been okay so far, but they've done this the last few years, and then when they get to March, they do a complete tanking. I have to see a little bit more of this yet, but so far so good. Okay, yeah. So before we talk about the Lions here, let's get this out of the way. We wouldn't be doing this, as you know, if it were not for the assistance of Tim Lindley at Quality BC in downtown Hillsdale. 517-610-5372, the only place in our area to go for tech services. Is that Quality BC, downtown Hillsdale, 30th Street, across from Fat Shack's Automotive. Anything, computers, new or used, a flat screen TV mounting programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet provider. You need that installed. Printers, more than capable of resolving any technical you have at all. We were so blessed to have them right here in our community. Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 5176. Or better yet, get in there and see them at 37 Walter Street and tell them Mickey and Rick sent you. Will you please? Thank you very much. As far as the Lions go, folks, And a couple of things I wanted to point out to you. Okay, so they're last I looked, they were 8 or 8.5 point favorites against the Steelers on Sunday at 4:30. I don't know if that's on CBS or Fox. I'll let you know next time we're on tomorrow. Steelers won last night. They beat Miami 28-15. And they're in first place in the AFC North, but that's not saying much when you look at the other three teams. What do I want to point out about the Lions here? As you saw in the headlines, the Lions are still leading the league in points per game with about 30.5 points per game yet. So as bad or as revamped as the offensive line may look at times, they're still scoring. Problem. What am I saying? The defense is good enough to win. It's the offense. The offense is good enough to win. The problem right now is the defense. I know that the secondary has been completely decimated by injuries, but the defensive line hasn't been. And that defensive line is wherein lies the problem. Okay, I'll point out something to you. In the now the 6 games that they've lost. Okay, in terms of yards. In terms of yards, in the 6 games that they've lost, the opponents have racked up a lot of yardage. I don't know how many games will have to go back where they've relinquished more than 500 yards a game. It's a lot. Okay, I think the real loss that they suffered. I know they had almost a complete turnover in the coaching staff in the offseason. I think the one coach, when he left, really hit them hard was Terrell Williams, the defensive line coach, who left last offseason to rejoin his former head coach, Mike Vrabel, in New England. Under his guidance, the defensive line was very good, especially against the run. This year, it has not been. And I can several offensive stats I can give you right now. As far as I just told you, they're leading the league in points per game. They're number 1 in explosive play rate. The Lions are number 1 in explosive play rate. They're number 1 in explosive pass rate. They're number 2 in explosive run rate. Now, in sharp contrast to that, they're 23rd in points per game and 21st in yards per game. That's not going to get it done. And again, I point directly to that damnable defensive line. I guess we should have assumed that Aiden Hutchinson coming back from a badly broken leg, would be the same this year. And that's not to say he won't be, but not this year. Have that, extra step or elusiveness, if you will, that he had before he went down last year when it looked like he was headed for a 20-sack season and the defensive player of the year in the NFL. So, St. Brown, Williams, Gibbs, Montgomery, the loss of Sam Laporta. That really hurt. Arguably the best tight end in the league. Not only is he a great receiver, he's a great blocker. Here as I know, his surgery for a cracked spine was successful. He'll be back next year. Okay. But as far as the defense goes, it's going to be up to Brad Holmes, whether it be through free agency or trades or even in the draft, to fix that defensive line. But another dilemma they'd have is, too, Aiden Hutchinson did an interview with Dave Burkett of the Free Press a couple of weeks ago. He said when the season's over, he's going to sit down and talk with his family regarding retirement. Don't be surprised if he retires, too. Now you're out looking for a left tackle. I think what they would do is they'd move Penei Sewell from right tackle over to left tackle. And probably Well, I did see a recent mock that had them taking a tackle and a center, and not only that, now they've got to look at possibly rebuilding the secondary. DJ Reed was he signed a $48 million 3-year deal in the offseason. Now, before he got hurt, he was playing pretty well, but he suffered a serious hamstring injury. He was on IR. Pardon me, since he came back, he just hadn't been very good. And he admits it. You know, now Amik Robertson might be out. He's having an MRI done on his hand. He may have a broken bone in there. They're not sure yet. But on top of everything else, this team has really been snake bit with injuries. But like I said, defensive line, to me, that has been the real Achilles. And I hate to use that word, or kryptonite for this team, if you will, whatever you want to say. But that's not very good. Playoff scenarios, yeah, they can still make the playoffs, but obviously now they'd have to win out. I can see them beating Pittsburgh on Sunday. Minnesota at Minnesota Christmas Day. I'm sorry. I don't see them winning that game. I don't see them beating the Bears in Chicago either. And what would that put them at? Well, they're 8-6 right now. What, 9-8? Yeah. Certainly won't get you in the playoffs. It'll get you a higher draft pick. But anyway, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. I'll be right back with you tomorrow, okay? Don't forget, every Saturday morning, timeout with Andy Brown here locally, WCSR 92.1 FM. So until tomorrow, then, I'll simply say thanks so much for watching. Remember, please treat each other with respect. Take care. And like I said, I can't thank you enough for watching my show. Tell your friends if you would, please. Till tomorrow, I'll simply say so long, adios. I'm out of here. Good night. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye.